Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Bardstream, the Monstrous Heroes Bardstream. I'm Esper. I'm glad you're here, and got some cool stuff in store for this Bardstream. So many things I should say here. Let me try to not take up too much time. The Monstrous Heroes Kickstarter is live. It's kind of in the middle of the Kickstarter at the moment. It's already funded, and we're trying to smash through and rock a bunch of different stretch goals to add more content into the book. If you haven't heard about it yet, Monstrous Heroes is my new 5e book that I'm working on. It's going to have now more than 14, 16 or more classes in it. Complete classes, subclasses, new spells, new magic items, and everything. They are inspired by monsters. So you can actually play as non-humanoid things now. It also is for GMs too, to help GMs create more in-depth enemies and NPCs, and it's going to have some monstrous settings and campaign plots and whatnot. So it's a book for players and GMs and for everyone to embrace your monstrous side and really get into some deep and amazing features that go way beyond just the basic level of monsters. I'm so excited about it. What we're going to do here in just a second is we are going to build a Minotaur character at first level, then we'll run a playtest battle. So if you look down in the video description, you can find the link that takes you to the Kickstarter where you can check that out and learn more about it and hopefully join in on the action. Also, there's a preview PDF. It's already a pretty big PDF with more than 30 pages. So you can find that link down there in the video description as well. And this is the open, how would I say this? Open beta test. It's basically the first 12 levels of 4 different monster classes. So you're welcome to download it and follow along with me. I'll be showing it on the screen too, so you'll see it on here as well. But it's a free preview PDF, so you can actually start playing Monstrous Heroes right away. Right now it's in like a what you're gonna see, these like the Minotaur, for example, it's like a very developed beta test stage. So it already is quite well put together. Cool. So hello everybody in the chat. J.U. Orion, good to see you there. How have things been? Things have been a bit hectic and crazy as I've been absorbed with this huge project, but I'm loving it. So let's jump in to building this character. So I'm going to rely on you guys to help me build this character. And apparently there is a way I can do polls on the live stream, but I don't think I actually have... Nope, I don't have what I need to actually do the poll. That's okay. I'll just read what you guys put in the comments here. David the Barbarian. How's it going, David? Always glad to see you here. One of the good old regulars. Okay, so we're gonna build a monster, a Minotaur. It's gonna be a first level Minotaur. I want to start off simple and basic. That way we can get this done pretty quickly and keep things flowing along. Oh, the other announcement. Oh my goodness, that makes me remember. This upcoming Saturday, March the 11th at 3 Central, 4 Eastern, I'm going to be GMing a Monstrous Heroes adventure with the whole group is other YouTubers. There's AJ the Picket, AJ Pickett, who was Pickaroon the Lore Keeper in my Emporium, Fred Wheeler of How to RPG, Tabletop Bob, Michelle, who is also known on Tabletop Bob's channel, and Wally DM. So those 5 are going to be playing Monstrous Heroes characters in a 5th level adventure GM'd by me. We've already got their characters built. We've already done a little warm-up playtest session, and it looks like it's going to be a blast. So make sure to come back here on my channel this Saturday afternoon, or if you can't make it, catch it later. It'll remain here on my channel under the Lives tab. So, Minotaur, let's get in and build him. You'll see the style of Monstrous Heroes is sort of a blend of old school and new school. I'm trying to take the best parts of old school and new school and blend them together. The Minotaur is a pretty strong melee character, though depending upon the subclass that you pick, you could go a little bit into some spell casting if you were so inclined. So I also have a character sheet, a very simple, practical character sheet that we'll be using to keep track of all of his statistics. And hopefully the music's pretty quiet here. Adam Shea, woo! Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's finally happening. I'm so excited. I am very excited as well, man. So I'll use this real simple, focused and practical character sheet for our character. So, and we'll come up with a name for him, and you guys can basically vote on all this stuff. All right, so the first level of Minotaur. Oh, I should clarify. These options in this book, they are your race and your class. It's a race class, so it's all together. So, for example, with Minotaur here, we're going to get our racial traits and we'll get our class features. So the racial traits of the Minotaur are as follows. You get a +2 to strength, and you get +2 to one other ability score of your choice. You start off at medium size. You start off at like the very upper limit of medium size, and then at 5th level, you increase to large size. So it'll be medium size just for now. A 30-foot walking speed. Acute senses. We will have proficiency and expertise in perception. What else? Dark vision. You have 60 feet of dark vision. Gore. You have horns that are a natural weapon. It's a 1d8 plus strength piercing damage for your gore. You have labyrinthine recall. You can perfectly recall any path that you have traveled. So you're not going to get lost in the wilderness or a labyrinth if it's somewhere that you have already walked in. If it's unknown, well then that's what an adventure is. So let me swap over to the character sheet. Traits, we have what do we have? Labyrinthine. Let's do the gore, and then the labyrinthine recall and acute senses. Can't forget that one. Acute senses. All right, so I'll just go ahead and put perception here, and we know it's going to be expertise, so we'll get double our proficiency bonus. That first level proficiency bonus is 2. And for languages, Abyssal is our mother tongue. I am considering changing that for Monstrous Heroes into... I might just keep them with common only, or maybe I'll give them some kind of Minotaur language. I don't know. Abyssal is what it is, like in the official 5e. In this, the idea of Monstrous Heroes is that it does kind of follow the official 5e stuff, but goes way deeper and has the structure of a player character and the depth of a player character. So we'll stick with this for now. Abyssal is our mother tongue, and common's like a secondary language that we know. And then for preferred ability scores, strength is probably going to be our main one, followed by constitution. If you want to think ahead a little bit, there is a chance to get into some spells, sort of like a 1/3 caster, and that's based off of wisdom. So wisdom is also a good choice as like our 3rd best, or maybe even our 2nd best. Con and wisdom also are going to play into our AC, so those are all good choices to do. I see we got a couple other people joining in here. Swahiti. Sup, fam? What's up? Warrior Womp. Esper, why not make the Minotaur a monk? Because we're making a Minotaur, not a monk. Warsir. Hey, what's up, Warsir? How's it going, man? Oh, okay, he's answering it there. Because in the book, the monster classes are both your race and your class. Yeah, this is injecting a whole new, innovative, fresh energy into 5e. We've all played the same classes again and again and again for like a decade now. This is like a savage, new, fresh injection of energy so you can embrace your wild side. It's all non-humanoid options. So we're going to finally get to fully be monstrous things or bestial things. There'll be everything in there. There'll be a celestial. There'll be a plant creature, a fey creature. It'll all be in there. Mark Lewis, can the vampire be playtested next? My initial thought was to do vampire this evening, Mark, because it would coincide with the vampire video that I just released. But the vampire video is not getting a lot of engagement. It's not getting a lot of views. So I'm deciding, let's do the Minotaur. The Minotaur is like the mascot of Monstrous Heroes. So maybe we'll do vampire next. I'd actually like to do one where we have multiple Monstrous heroes together, but we got to do this like one step at a time because these are whole new classes, all new, and things can get we can get overloaded and overwhelmed if we do too much too fast. Okay, Indiana, what's up, man? Another backer here in the chat. Great to see you, man. You've put some good comments on the Kickstarter as well. Just got on YouTube, was surprised to see this watching in pristine 240p. All right, we're getting gritty. Let's keep rolling along here. So those were our racial traits. Now onto our class features. It's a D10 hit die class. Proficiencies, for armor, it's just shields. Weapons, we get simple and martial. No tools. Saving throw proficiencies will be strength and con. Strength will be something and con will be something. We're not going to have a feat. Okay, and what else? Skills, choose 2 from animal handling, athletics, intimidation, investigation, nature, stealth, and survival. So what do you think, chat? We've already got expertise with perception. So which 2 would you like from this list? You also have a background. Your background, you still pick a background like normal, so we'll get 2 skills from a background as well. Any suggestions on skills? I'm thinking athletics. Athletics is always a good one for like a melee, running, jumping, climbing, charging type character. So I'll put that down. I'm hoping I don't get any gripes from that. Athletics. I think survival makes sense for a Minotaur. And then if you guys want to throw out some suggestions for a couple other skills that we'd have proficiency with from our background, whatever we have been all along throughout our however many years old we are. Equipment, we've got some equipment options. And Minotaur feature DC. There are some Minotaur features that require that the target make a saving throw. So the DC is going to be 8 plus proficiency plus strength. So we'll just make a note. Let's put it here. Minotaur feature DC will be some number. Okay. Let's keep going here. Charge. We get this at first level. As an action, you move up to your speed and you make a gore attack. So that's its own action. It's not the attack action. It's not anything else. It is its own action. So contained within this action is moving your speed and making an attack. So it's kind of like dash plus a horns attack all in one action. And if you move at least 10 feet in a straight line right before you make your attack, if you hit, you deal an extra D8 damage, and the target has to make a strength save. Otherwise, it gets knocked back and prone. It does work on up to, I guess it doesn't have a size cap. Okay. Also at first level, we pick a Minotaur fighting style. So again, if you guys want to throw some votes or what you think we should have for a Minotaur fighting style into the chat, I'll go off of what most people are wanting, and then on future streams I'll get the actual poll feature figured out so you guys can properly just click on a poll, and that will make it more organized. Seeing some suggestions for skills here. A lot of people said survival. Already put that on there. Intimidation. I think intimidation's a good choice. We'll still need one more. Intimidation. We'll still need one more skill proficiency from our background. So all suggestions are welcome. All right. And also suggestions for the Minotaur fighting style. You have a particular way of fighting which was either taught to you by fellow Minotaurs or that you naturally developed. Choose one of the following options. Demon Horn. Wild power runs through your blood. When a creature enters your reach, you can make an opportunity attack against it with your gore. As a bonus action, second point, as a bonus action, you can roll a d4. Here are the results. 1. Vicious spirits deal 1d6 psychic damage to you and each creature within 10 feet of you. So, hurts you, but it could potentially hurt enemies. It could also potentially hurt allies. So that's a drawback and a benefit all in one. It's the demon horn, okay? So it's meant to be wild and chaotic. 2, you roar uncontrollably and cannot speak until your next turn. 3, your next gore attack this turn deals an additional 1d6 piercing damage. Or 4, make a gore attack. So we can potentially get an extra gore attack as a bonus action off of this. But who knows what might happen. So that one's good for those that like to really embrace the chaos and the wild, almost like a wild magic at will. Plus the opportunity attack, anything that comes running into your reach by stabbing at them with horns. Dualism. You are adept at striking and parrying with 2 weapons. 3 points on this one. When you are 2-weapon fighting, the weapons do not have to have the light property. So normally you'd have to have like 2 short swords. With this, you could have like 2 long swords or 2 battle axes. Second point, you can draw and stow 2 one-handed weapons simultaneously. So get them both out or stow them both at the same time. And 3, as a reaction, you can add 2 to your AC against 1 melee attack that would hit you. To do so, you must see the attacker and be wielding 2 one-handed weapons. So when you're dual wielding, you can use your reaction to potentially block an attack that's like, just within 2 of your AC. Like if it hits on your AC or one above, that would block or stave off that attack. Okay, the third option on fighting style, Spirit Guard. You are a sentinel who is in touch with the mystical aspects of battle. First point, as a bonus action, choose yourself or a Minotaur you can see within 60 feet of you. The target gains plus 1d4 bonus on the next. The target gains a plus 1d4 bonus on the next attack roll. I can't read. Third time's a charm. The target gains a plus 1d4 bonus on the attack roll of the next gore it makes before the start of your next turn. Second point, when a creature casts a spell, you can make an opportunity attack against it with your gore. Or the fourth fighting style, Unrelenting. You fight in a frenzy, making constant attacks at every possible opportunity. When you miss with a 2-handed melee weapon attack on your turn, you can use a bonus action to make another attack with the same weapon, striking with its pommel or its haft. If this attack hits, the weapon's damage is 1d4 bludgeoning. You're probably noticing some notes here how the weapon damage dice go up once you turn to large size. So that's something at 5th level. All right, so if we swing in and we miss, we can try to do like a strike with the butt of the weapon and do like a minor bludgeoning hit, but still some damage. Second point, when a creature stands up from prone, you can make an opportunity attack against it with your gore. And remember our charge, if we go at least 10 feet in a straight line and hit them, they make a strength save against getting knocked onto their ass. All right, so chat, what do you think on the fighting style? Oh, and can I get a recap? Not much recap. We're just starting here, bud. So we're making a first level Minotaur, and we're going to run a playtest battle. F. Huber. What's up, Mr. Huber? Good to see you. Another regular around here. Getting a bunch of votes for Demon Horn and 1 for Dualism. Let's go with Demon Horn. I like the random rolls, personally. I'm a random roll type of guy. I always find it very fun and exciting and inspiring. So we got the Demon Horn fighting style. Okay, so remember we got 2 things off Demon Horn. When a creature comes up to us, we can opportunity attack it with our horns. Basically, we're ready to like spike them for charging into us. And as a bonus action, we do our 1d4 random roll. That could be one of those different effects. All right, cool. So we've got that, and let's go on to our next feature. This is the last one for first level. It's our unarmored defense, because a lot of these monster classes have like a natural armor. So the Minotaur's unarmored defense is 10, plus the Constitution modifier, plus your Wisdom modifier. When you're not wearing any armor, you can still use a shield and gain the benefit, but when you're not doing any armor, it's your Con and your Wisdom go into your defense. It's called Tough and Wary. Unarmored defense, Tough and Wary. At the beginning, back when I first started creating Monstrous Heroes, it was Con and Dexterity, like a barbarian. And the Minotaur is kind of barbarian-like. But that was causing some problems, particularly with people who were making the Horned Shaman. That's the caster subclass. which uses wisdom. So then it was like, I need strength for my main attacks that I do. I need con for my unarmored defense and my hit points. I need dexterity for my unarmored defense, and I need wisdom for my spell casting. It was just way too much demand on too many different ability scores. And if you actually look at the Minotaur entries in 5th edition and even going back through the editions, they are never good with dexterity. They usually have a below average dexterity. I believe that the 5th edition Minotaur has an 8 dexterity. So they've never been known for dexterity. They're just known for their toughness and being very aware and perceptive. Cool. So we've got the unarmored defense. That will be very helpful. Okay. So let's see. We still need one skill. I'm going to just put something in here. I think someone suggested stealth. Let's go ahead and do it. We're not going to be dexterous, but, you know, whatever. Never hurts to be proficient in something. And then if we want to swap out a skill, you know, you guys can let me know, no problem. All right, so let's do our ability scores. I'm just going to point by it. For playtesting purposes, I usually try to do point buys and like average hit points and such. So, Adam Shea, can we name him Asterion after the original Minotaur? Followed up like 1 second later by Mark Lewis, Gordon. I am quite fond of the Asterion name myself. So maybe we'll do Asterion and we'll play off of Asterion. Or maybe we can mix Gordon and Asterion in some sort of way. If you were thinking of calling him Angus, Angus is pretty cool. Let's do the ability scores. So I think it's pretty much a given we want strength to be as good as it can be. So we're going to do this with a base of 15. We'll be getting 2 from our racial trait. So that's going to give us with a strength of 17, which is a +3 modifier. Cool. Okay. And then con will probably be what we want as our second best. That we should consider if we would think we might go into the spellcasting subclass at 3rd level. Gordon, like gore with the horns done, is pretty funny. Asterion Gorodon. That's a pretty good one. We might go with that. Asterion Gorodon. Asterion Gorodon. Okay. So we're not at 3rd level, and I don't know if he will go to 3rd level. So what we'll do is we'll do strength best, con second best, wisdom 3rd best, which that's perfectly good for kind of any Minotaur. So we should be fine. Okay, so I'll put the dex at 10 just so we're not getting any penalty on. Oh wait, no, that wouldn't give us a penalty because our AC is going to be 10 plus con plus wisdom. But that's okay. We got the proficiency with stealth. Maybe we want to at least not have a negative on dex checks, initiative and stuff too. So let's see. We have 2 more points to spend. Can we bump anything? Okay, there we go. So we've got the strength of 17, dex is 10, con is 15, and we can put our racial modifier of an additional +2 to any other one ability score onto that. So we'll start off with a con of 17. Int and charisma will be an 8 for a -1 modifier, and wisdom will be, what do we get it at? 14? Is that right? Strength will go to 17, dex 10, 17, 8, 14, 8. Yes? Okay, cool. That's what we need. So we have a strength saving throw of 5 and a con save of 5. Our hit points will be 1d10 plus the 3 from con. The hit die is always maximum at 1st level, so we'll have a max hit point of 13 right off the bat. We have the unarmored armor class, which is going to be a 15. 10 plus the con mod plus the wisdom mod, which is, it's not great, but it's not terrible. It works for a level 1 character. Athletics will be 5. Intimidation will be 1, because that's charisma. Athletics is strength. Perception's wisdom. We have expertise, so it's going to be doubled the proficiency bonus. So 4 plus the wisdom of 2 will be 6. Stealth will be a 2. Survival will be off of wisdom. It'll be a 4. Other proficiencies, I don't think we have any. We do have a background, but I'm going to just make the background kind of vague and fast. Since we do have the dark vision, 60 feet. Passive perception will be a 16. Background, mysterious. Okay. Let's go ahead and fill in the gore attack here. I'll put in a gore attack. I'll put it as the second one. Gore. All right. The score is going to be it's off of strength, so it's going to be a +5 to hit. And on a hit, we're going to do 1d8 plus 3 piercing damage. Okay. Our equipment. We're going to start off with one martial weapon, one simple weapon, a Dungeoneer's or Explorer's pack, plus 25 GP worth of equipment to spend it on or keep unused portions as coins. So let's go ahead and do an Explorer's pack. That's nice to have. Explorer's pack. What are we thinking for weapons here, fellas? I guess we may not all be fellas, ladies and gentlemen, for all the ladies out there. I believe it's International Women's Day, or that's coming up soon. So if you are an international woman, a bardic bow to you. All right, what kind of equipment we looking for here, everyone? Definitely want a melee weapon. Probably want the martial weapon to be our melee weapon, our main one. Great Axe is a classic Minotaur weapon. Just got a couple Great Axe suggestions there in the chat. Let's go with the Great Axe. There is also a subclass called Labyrinth Hunter for Minotaur. And at 7th level, you can do some pretty cool stuff with the Great Axe. So we'll just start off with the good old +5 to hit, and on a hit, nice hefty D12 plus 3. Okay, and then why don't we do, the simple weapon as our ranged attack. So javelin. You guys think javelins, throwing axe or hand axe to throw? Jeffrey Lucier. Hey, can't hang out, but thank you, Esper. You're appreciated down here in Florida. Thanks, man. Thanks for the comment, and hope you're enjoying some much warmer weather down in Florida. I can't read that. The Spliffin Brit. The Spliffin Brit. I feel like folks, guys, gentlemen can all be used for anybody. Yeah, I think that's true. Nowadays, that kind of general term. All right, so I'm just going to grab javelin for the ranged weapon. I don't know how many we'll have. Let's do like a Great Axe, and I guess we have the one javelin. Okay, javelin is also based off of strength, as it is a thrown weapon. The thrown weapons use your strength just like they do with melee. So it's a +5 to hit. The range is 30/120, and it's a mere D6 plus 3. So we want to be in melee as much as possible. Okay, we have 25 gold pieces to spend on other equipment. We might want to grab a couple more javelins. That's the only thing I can think of. Javelins are not expensive. They can't be more than 5 gold pieces each. Javelin, 5 silver pieces. Okay, so let's just say we have 4 javelins, and we'll have 23 gold pieces left over. I'm ready to jump into the action. All right, everyone, let's jump in. So we are in the mountains of Kaharaya, west by northwest of Hebu Town, the 7 cantons. And we are seeking out an enemy cult and wanting to put a stop to their nefarious activities. They have been rivals and thorns in our side for some time. We are approaching through this mountain pass when we come upon I forget the name of hyenas. It might be a pack. Well, there are a trio of hyenas here, hungry and feral beasts. Now we can see a little ways beyond this dais of stone and fire where the cultists practice their rites. But we're not getting there yet. We've got these hyenas to deal with. Let's roll for initiative. We got a +0. We got an 11. Hyenas are going first. The hyenas whoop and cackle to one another. And they hungrily come running in. I think hyenas are pretty fast. Let me just check over on my notes here. They do have a 50 speed. So the hyenas come running up to snap their powerful and vicious jaws upon Asterion. Now, if we recall, we have the demon horn fighting style. So we will actually gore at the first hyena that comes charging in there to snap at us. Here is a gore attack. We got a natural 19 on the dice, starting off hot. I love it. D8 +3. That is 10. The hyena snaps at us. We stab a horn right into its, right into the thick of its torso. It yelps, and we toss it over to the side, and it slams against the rocky, the face of the rock formation here, and we have already taken out one of the hyenas. The two remaining ones attack. They have pack tactics, so they will have advantage for being ganged up on us here. The first one bites. It also got a natural 19, so touche on Asterion. And the other one bites with a 19 to hit. We've been bitten by both of these hyenas and suffer a total of 5 piercing damage. So hit points will be 8 out of 13. Hopefully you guys can see the character sheet, but I'll try to be commentating. I might be able to zoom this in just a little bit to make this better for you. Is that better? No, I don't like that. Okay, that's fine. We're at 8 out of 13, and it's our turn. So we got to use the demon horn. I think we're obliged to use the demon horn random roll. So let's get wild with this. It could hurt us, but you know what? It would also hurt both those hyenas too. It could potentially take out both those hyenas. I roll a 1. We got it. All right, vicious spirits, little minor demonic spirits come whipping out, and this is going to deal 1d6 psychic to us and also to both of these hyenas. I rolled a 2. Okay, so Asterion has damaged himself. He's down to 6. That is not great, though the hyenas both take 2 damage. Hyenas 0 and 1 each take 2, and hyenas do not have many hit points at all. Okay, that was our bonus action. Now we will swing our great axe. Excuse me. All right, we swing the great axe and got a natural 15. That's going to be 20 to hit. Most certainly hits. Oh, give me that D12. The sweet, sweet D12. One of the most satisfying dice to roll. We've got a 5 plus 3. We got 8 slashing damage. We chop into the thick of that hyena there, and it yelps its last. We have slain the hyena. By the way, in case anyone is curious, this is rated as a hard difficulty encounter. And I think it does feel pretty hard. All right, so that's what we got. Back to the hyena. It bites at us. And that is natural 4. We just evade it completely to the side. And got to use the demon horn. I mean, come on, this is playtest. I just want to see this happening. So back to our turn. Bonus action. We got the wild spirits whipping out once again. I've rolled another 2. We have damaged ourselves even further. Good thing we're almost defeating this enemy. Hyena is nearly taken out. It screams from the psychic assault. We then swing with the great axe. Another natural 19. We deal... It only has 2 hit points, but I'll roll it anyways. We deal 12 slashing. We probably just whop the hyena's head straight off, and much gore ensues. So, well done. We're pretty hurt. We are quite hurt, and that fight could have gone even worse. It was pretty dangerous, but we have prevailed. So far, everything's running smooth. We're doing pretty good on time. You guys want to You guys want to go up to second level and do the encounter with the cultist and the little demon? Yeah? Let's do that. So let's bump him up to second level. Here we go. Minotaur, second level. I am a fan of rolling for hit points, for ability scores, but since this is playtest, I'm going to take the average hit points. So the D10 is considered an average of 6 if you just select the averaged amount. It's rounded up. So it's going to be 6 plus the 3 con is 9. That'll put us at 22 maximum hit points. And at second level, we get 2 features. We get Battle Vigor. This is very helpful and very necessary for the Minotaur. You have tasted battle and how the thrill of victory invigorates you. When you reduce an enemy to 0 hit points with a melee attack, you can regain 2d6 hit points. The amount of hit points you regain increases by 1d6 every 2 Minotaur levels beyond first. So 3d6 at third level, 4d6 at fifth level, etc. Once you use Battle Vigor, you must finish a short or long rest to regain it. So very helpful and indeed very, very necessary. Battle Vigor. Oh, the Minotaur DC is 13. It's 10 plus, or I'm sorry, 8 plus proficiency of 2 plus strength of 3. So we didn't get a charge in and do the horn attack. The charge is a really cool thing, but that's okay. They are fast and they got to us first. Also at second level, Reckless Attack, which is actually the same as the Barbarian second level Reckless Attack. It's also the same as the Minotaur. The actual 5th edition Minotaur has the Reckless Attack too. So it's really hearkening to the official Minotaur. The idea with this book is that it stays true to 5th edition and capturing the traditional essence of these monsters, and also innovating in new ideas and new features and going really deep, like how character classes go deep and can go all the way up to 20th level and get subclasses. So it's innovative yet feels true to the essence of what these monsters are. And anyone who's kind of joining in late here, welcome. Check out the links down in the video description. It can take you to the Kickstarter so you can see more about the Monstrous Heroes project. It's my upcoming 5th edition book all about monster classes, a wild and amazing new book for both players and GMs. Also, there's a free preview PDF. You can grab that as well so you can actually start playing with these pretty well-developed beta test version. There's 12 levels of 4 different classes. Okay, going back over to this, we got Reckless, and if you are all familiar with Reckless, when you attack on your turn, you can decide to attack recklessly, and if you do so, you get advantage on melee weapon attack rolls using Strength during this turn. But until the start of your next turn, all attacks against you have advantage. So, give and take. All right, so we're kind of resetting things here. We'll say this is Asterion's next incursion or next exploration, and we're gonna fight the main enemy of this location here, which we're gonna be. We'll be using the stealth skill maybe. Here we go. Atop the great dais of stone and fire, we have 2 cultists and a Dretch minor demon that they have called into this world, and they are in the middle of their next foul and dark rite, and we want to put a stop to this. Not that we are particularly much better either, but they are our rivals and our opponents. Just checking the chat here. Hoglump Orc Butler. What a name. He has a rare talent for things well done. That is that's a rare medium well done you just did there, the double pun. Okay, so let's see how well our stealth does. They might notice us. By the way, everyone, this is rated as a deadly encounter, so there is a chance a very real chance that this could get us killed. But that's okay. In playtesting, you really want to push things to the limit. Let's roll initiative here. We've got... actually, I'm rolling the stealth first. We've got a 12 stealth. And let's check out cultist. Perception has a 7, so that fails, or that does not beat us in the contest. And the dretch has a 17. Okay, so the enemy side does become aware of us, and the dretch halts their chanting and whipping of the flames and points over towards us and says,
A horned thing, lurking, boulder.
And so they have become aware of us. Now I'll roll the initiative. We don't get any kind of surprise ambush on them. I thought it would have been cool to like creep up and go up the dais steps there and then you like charge in and skewer them before they can even act. All right, we got an 18 on initiative. That's good. We're tied with the dretch. I'll give it to whoever is more dexterous. The dretch beats us by 1 point of dex. Okay. Asterion. Okay, got it. All right, dretch is up first. So, what does it do? It's a little hobbly thing. I don't see the dretch as rushing into battle. It hunkers kind of closer to this giant brazier for some cover and is like looking at us warily, with loathing, but also a bit of cowardice in its expression. So we'll say it's probably just dodging for the time being and taking some cover. And then it is us, and we are going to start moving. Our hoofs beat against the gravelly, gritty ground, and we get up onto the first step of the dais. The cultists, they draw scimitars. I didn't give them a race. We're near Hebu Town, so we'll say they are orc cultists. They draw their cultist scimitars and hiss their vile hissing warnings at us.
Come no closer, or your blood will add to our ritual.
Their orc tusks protrude out, but not nearly as much as our Minotaur horns protrude out. And the two cultists ready their scimitars for if we come close to them. But Asterion, well, he is wild, and he is full of frenzy, and his blood boils at seeing this enemy ritual being practiced. And he steps up. We'll say that's 10. Again, that's 20. And then here. So, normally, a character at this point is going to have to decide, do I dash and just end my turn by getting close to them, and then they're going to go and be whacking on me? Do I throw a javelin and just, kind of compromise with a secondary weapon? Do I dodge and stay there, and then next turn maybe I try to move in? Oh, no, my friends. The Minotaur has a far superior option, and it is known as charge. Now, they have readied attacks, so they are going to be attacking us, but that's okay, because we're going to get to do a magnificent gore attack. Okay, so the cultists' scimitars flash at us as we charge upon them, and they swing a 20 and a 17, so they have actually both stricken us. We have been struck. And that deals a total of 2, 6, 8 damage to Asterion. Ow. That sucked. Again, this is a deadly encounter, so if he dies, that's perfectly fine. We really want to be pushing things to the max. Okay, so we will do our charge attack. Do we go reckless, everyone? Do we go reckless? Get the advantage? Because if we hit, this is going to do a lot of damage and maybe just completely kill the cultists in one hit. That would make us give them advantage on attacks against us, though, and we already just took 8 damage. What do we think? I'm thinking let's do reckless. I really want to hit. Because since we've gone at least 10 feet on the charge, we'll do the base D8 plus strength, plus an additional D8 on a hit, and we'll knock him back and knock him prone. I wish we were close enough to knock him into that fire, but I don't think we are. Owen Keenan says reckless. That's what I'm thinking too. That's all I needed. Just one vote of support. But we're doing it. We got advantage. Who knows? Maybe we'll critical hit and do like obscene damage. I've seen it happen, man. The ogres or the Minotaur charge with a critical hit is just crazy damage. Okay, so one of the D20s roll was a nat 17, so we've certainly hit with that. So we're doing a D8 plus an extra D8 plus 3. Could have rolled better on the damage. 8 plus 11 damage. That is enough, though. We charge in there. The two scimitars slash upon us, so we suffer for it. But the horns just gut the one cultist here, and he is flung aside. Maybe we toss him into the flames anyways, and he begins to crackle and roast. And we'll end here, bearing down upon that one. We could use Demon Horn now. That's not a bad choice. We might do it because, check it out. If we get the psychic, the vicious spirits, it will damage us, but it'll damage the cultists too. If we get the roar uncontrollably, well, that would be what it is regardless, no matter when we used it. If we get the additional damage on the next gore attack this turn, yeah, that doesn't do anything for us. If we get the extra gore attack, well, that would be really sweet. So let's do it. Let's do Demon Horn. I really want to push this wild. The playtesting is not really a time to play things like super conservatively. You really want to stretch out and really strut your stuff and try out all your features. Okay, D4, I got a 1. So we got the vicious spirits again. My D4 just keeps running a roll of 1. I think some people can probably relate to that. All right, we have done 3 psychic to ourselves, but also to the cultists. So we're down to 11. We are at half. You know, we could have battle vigored. We could have battle vigored when we killed that guy. Yeah, let's do that. So when we slew that first cultist, we went ahead and did battle vigor. We'll get 2d6 hit points back. Okay, awesome. That gives us 10. So what were we at? We were at 14 when we killed him. So that would have put us back to 22. Now we just took 3. So we're at 19. Okay. No, we're doing fine. We're doing fine. So we did our once per short rest battle vigor. We invigorate upon slaying the one cultist. Got a question here from... Where did it go? I just saw a question pop up in the chat. Owen Keenan. Hey, Esper, does the charge stack with the charger feat to knock them even further back? It does not. Because the charger feat says when you take the dash action, blah, 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 the benefits. And the charge says as an action you use charge. So those are 2 separate actions. Good question, though. Can you, Rock? What's up, Rock? Can you gore a Gorgon? You certainly can. And after that, you'll eat some Gorgonzola and listen to Jay Gordon's new album. All right, so the cultist swing the dretch. No, the cultist. Yeah, the dretch is going to be coming in on us. Have I skipped the dretch? Did I skip the dretch? What have I done? I skipped the dretch. That's okay. It was waiting for us to get close anyways. Not a problem. So it is the cultist's turn. The cultist will swing his orcish scimitar at us and comes up with like 22 to hit. So we are struck and take 3. Not a problem. We're still at 16 hit points. The dretch now. The dretch might pose some problems. The dretch hobbles in there. And this is really the most fearsome foe in this battle. And it releases a fetid cloud, a 10-foot radius of disgusting green gas. And when we start our turn, we might get poisoned from that, which is our turn now. We must make a Constitution saving throw or be poisoned by the stink cloud. All right, our con saves a +5. We got this. Yeah. All right, that's 18. So we're not poisoned. The stink cloud's a 10-foot radius. I'm going to put down a quick little zone just so we know. Okay. 10-foot radius is it's probably about like that. Okay. There we go. I guess the cultist is in it too, but, you know, since when were demons known for courtesy? All right. It is our turn. I say we're going to start off with Demon Horn. So as bonus action, we activate Demon Horn. We come up with the natural one again. I don't like screwing with dice rolls. I'm really kind of a purist DM where it's like whatever you roll, we play that. I don't like to fudge dice, but can we get a little flexibility, guys? I've rolled the 1 every single time. I want to see, for playtest purposes, a different effect happen. Let's do that. Here we go. I rolled the 2. Okay, so we roar uncontrollably and cannot speak until the start of our next turn. All right, that was our bonus action. We will then attack with the Great Axe. I think we're going to go with the Cultist. It's usually a good idea to take out weaker enemies first. That way you're reducing the number of foes that you're fighting. Great Axe comes up with 21 to hit. Most certainly hits. We're going to slay this Cultist. We didn't roll that great. Only got 6 damage, but the Cultist is actually exactly at 6 damage. He took 3 from the previous Demon Horn Vicious Spirits. So we give him a nasty chop, and the Orc Cultist falls to the ground. Gushing precious crimson fluid. There is dead Cultist. I'll just remove him for simplicity's sake. And we turn now... Oh. We could leave the stink cloud. It will provoke an opportunity attack. But when the Dretch approaches us, we can use our react. Oh, we could have done that right then and there on that Dretch's last turn. I totally forgot. When the Dretch approached us, we could have done the Demon Horn opportunity attack on it. I completely spaced it off. So we're too far along. I don't want to retcon it. So why don't we go ahead and do that? We'll move away, and then it's like either he comes to us and we op attack him for entering our threatened reach, or he doesn't approach and we charge him and potentially do like the 2d8 damage. So let's go for it. So we start to move away. The Dretch will opportunity attack with claws. It rakes at us with its little demon claws. Yeah. It got a 19. It totally hit us. All right, we're paying the price for this, but in the end, I think it will be worth it. It slashes for 8 damage. Oh, I rolled max. We really paid the price for that. But we're getting out of the stink cloud. All right, so we back up. The Dretch is kind of slow, actually. It can't get us in 30 feet. It has this, like, hobbling 20-foot speed. So, Dretch, what are you going to do? Dretches are kind of cowardly. They're not like the big, fierce greater demons. I think it will stay there taunting us.
Beast, cow, less than swine, dog liquor. You were fed on tainted udders.
And it insults us in every kind of way.
I'll have your horns for nail caps.
And it will ready its claws attack and just sit there in its stink cloud waiting for us to go into its disgusting poisonous vapors. Now, we are furious, a hot-blooded and temperamental Minotaur. Didn't even give us an alignment, but we're probably chaotic neutral. Let's go ahead and put that on there right now. Minotaur 2. Chaotic neutral. But we're not stupid. We have a wisdom of 14. I think we're going to draw a javelin and throw a javelin. I think that's the best play here. So we draw the javelin and we huck it at the dretch. You know, I think also the dretch went up closer to the fire. Yeah? Nah. Okay. So we throw our javelin, and I've got a 10. The dretch dodges it. But here's the question. Will it just stay there while we're throwing things at it? Any suggestions in the comments? Owen Keenan, can't wait for the Fae playtest. The Brindle Cap. Yeah, I've been doing a little bit of design on Brindle Cap recently. Really excited about that one. I have a ton of really cool ideas for that race. I got a ton of really cool ideas for all these classes. 5e Changeling, pop that balloon demon. That's what I'm talking about. Dennis Thornton, love the Minotaur talk. Thank you. I try. Owen, I think since the duelist fighting style greatly increases the damage you can do, it's fair that the screaming from the demon horn gives maybe 1d4 temporary hit points. I don't know. I'm not particularly inclined to have a really fiddly thing. Well, I guess it wouldn't necessarily be temporary hit points every single turn, but it would incentivize using it outside of combat. I don't know. I'll think about it. It doesn't immediately land well with me. David the Barbarian, run back into the gas and give it the horns. Yeah, I might as well put a reckless on it as well. But here's the thing. If we get poisoned is a nasty condition. Nat 20 and still a miss. Dennis Thornton, didn't get to play D&D today. One-on-one shows up to our game, but watch the live stream on Creation and now this playtest live, so it works. Cool, man. Glad I could provide. Okay. Let's throw one more javelin. I think the dretch was indecisive. So we huck another javelin at it. We got the same roll. We got a 10. It evades it. The javelin like clacks against the large stony brazier. And the demon, I think it will dodge.
Waste your javelins. That's right.
All right, so it dodges. It's making us waste our javelins. We throw with disadvantage. We miss from disadvantage. It dodges again. We throw with disadvantage. This time we hit. It was our last javelin, but we got a 22. That is 5 damage to the dretch. The dretch takes 5. It's still got a good percentage of its hit points left. It will ready its claws now, and it's our turn. So we're going to charge. Here we go. We're charging into a poison stink gas cloud and a readied claw. But, you know, that's what we're here for. Wild and reckless stuff. All right, so as soon as we get into the gas cloud, we'll be making the con save. Come up with a failure. We got a nat 3 that turns into an 8. We are poisoned from the dretch's fetid cloud. Poison is not good. You get disadvantage on all attacks and ability checks. Additionally, while poisoned by this fetid cloud, we can take either an action or a bonus action on our turn, but not both. And we can't take reactions. So that really is a hamper. We're gonna have to reckless. That's our only real good play here. We might die. The threat is very real. Let's do this, guys. Here we go. Great axe. Reckless. It's not advantage because we have disadvantage. So reckless will just even that out to 1d20. Here we are. There we go. Nice. 22. We hit. D12 plus 3. Oh, I rolled a natural 11. See, I love the D12. When you roll like the double digit number, the 10, 11, the 12, it's just so satisfying. We've done 14 damage to the dretch, and that slays it. Oh, we've killed it. We hack the dretch into pieces, and it just kind of bubbles and pops and festers and is soon receded back into the infinite layers of the abyss. Whew. All right, so Asterion has succeeded on a hard encounter at level 1 solo and a deadly encounter at level 2 solo. They definitely were hard and deadly, but he prevailed. Minotaur is running well. Nothing's sticking out to me as not functioning. I'm not seeing anything. So there you go, everyone. There's a nice, good taste of the Minotaur class, just a tiny sample. I did Ogre on a couple previous live streams. The next version of the preview PDF should be coming out fairly soon. It'll be version 4.5. That'll have a few little upgrades and improvements. I have the PDF available just on this. It's like a pinned post on my Patreon. There's also a link to it in the video description. There's a link to it on the Kickstarter page. They all just link back to that same post that's pinned at the top of my Patreon. Just a public post. Anyone can see it. Anyone can download the preview PDF. And I go there regularly from time to time and put in an updated version. So you're welcome to just kind of keep checking on that, like once a week or whatever. So version 4.5 should be up sometime soon. Kind of waiting for a few more things to get into it. There's nothing major, just a bunch of small improvements and upgrades and necessary things here and there, and like adding in another magic item and maybe another spell. I don't know. So thank you, everyone. Thank you very much for following along live and for participating. Or if you're catching this later on, thanks for watching later. Please go check out the Kickstarter. A lot to see there. There's trailers and a bunch of preview images and all kinds of cool stuff. And the Kickstarter has not only just Monstrous Heroes there, it's got like a little discount on my previous book, Esper's Emporium of Esoterica. So you can order that there. It's already in print, so that'll just be shipping out like here in April. It's got adventure modules of mine, including Eldritch Castle and Trials of the Neophyte. Those are going to be adventure modules. There's a raffle. You can get raffle entries for just $2 each, and there's a bunch of cool rewards. I'm going to do the raffle drawings live on my YouTube channel here shortly after the Kickstarter ends. There's a whole bunch of cool stuff there, so feast your eyes upon it. Once again, thank you very much, everybody. Much appreciated, especially those who have already been back in the Kickstarter campaign. And as always, may your adventures be many.